What's up, America? I'm Danny T. Welcome to the show. Well, it's been a pretty eventful weekend. A lot going on. Let's get started with Pam Bondi losing her job. She got let go finally, fumbling around too much with everything, I guess. Not just the Epstein files, but just everything in general. Just not pursuing much, not really doing much of anything, just kind of wasting everyone's time out there. Um, a few episodes back when I covered Pam Bondi's deposition, Uh, I said that maybe I was giving her a little hard time. That I was pretty confident she was going to come out by springtime and start making some arrests, start going after some of these people. And I was wrong. I got to admit I was wrong. I'm shocked. I'm surprised she just let this slip through her fingers. Um, yeah, it's pretty insane. It's not just here though. It's everywhere. There's really nothing being done about these predators that are all over the place. People in the UK are being let go. People all over the world. I mean, they're resigning from positions and whatnot, but they're still walking around breathing free air. It's pretty insane. Um, I understand based on what's out there, there really isn't. I mean, there's a lot of evidence, in my opinion, but according to the DOJ and all these lawyers, there's not enough evidence to pursue anything, which I just find very crazy. I understand the time lapse, how much time's gone since the crimes have happened to now, but I mean the victim stories are pretty much staying the same. They've pretty much weeded out the people that are lying or coming out with false claims. It seems like all the victims that are left are pretty solid, pretty trustworthy, in my opinion, at least. I don't know. Um, yeah, I'm just taken back by this. I'm glad it happened. I'm glad she's gone. Um, I don't know. I don't know if Todd Blanche is going to be any better than her, but for now, it's a step forward. At least it's something. It's not just us sitting here at a stalemate on this Epstein case. Um, I spoke during her deposition. She was just defensive, just not really answering questions, not really telling people what they wanted. Just very deflective. Just insane how she was acting. I don't know. I try not to subscribe to conspiracies and BS like that, but it's like it's hard to believe she's not covering for someone. But at the same time, when you look everywhere else, I mean, we see nothing's being done anywhere. People are being let go everywhere. Like, yes, they're resigning from their jobs, and it just seems crazy that nothing's sticking with this case. I'm also surprised. You see how many morons go out for no king protests and all this. Like, where's the outrage? Like, why aren't there protests in front of the White House or in front of the DOJ or uh, Bondi's house? Todd Blanche's house. Where are these protests to get things moving? Um, I think our voice should matter. I think we have too much power in these politicians' hands, and it's insane to me. I understand it shouldn't be a witch hunt. We shouldn't just be arresting people because they pop up in the files, as I've said. But I mean, some of these people in here, there's solid evidence that they're creeps, that they did something on top of the witnesses and just nothing was done. And it's just insane to me how there's just no outrage over it. I don't know. But as I've said, Pam Bondi's gone. The acting AG right now is Todd Blanche. Um, I don't know how much better he's going to be. He's already come out and said, he's pretty much done pursuing anything with Epstein. Uh, yeah, that's not all he said. I mean, he did say if more evidence pops up, if you know, he's saying he's not hiding anything. Um, I mean, he's not wrong. Congress, I mean, we have the files out there. I've read what I could. I mean, no one's read them all yet, but Congress, they're allowed to go through and look at what they want, according to Todd Blanche. If someone can build a case and build something solid, they'll take it seriously, from my understanding. But I don't know, man. It's just wild. It's wild. I don't want to take away from other things Todd Blanche could be doing. I mean, he does still want to keep pursuing, uh, getting creeps out of here. I mean, we are still deporting people. We are still breaking up, uh, these sex trafficking rings and all that, and deporting these criminals, and that does count for something. But it's insane that the level of corruption that was going on with the Epstein files, and it's just there. It's just there in front of our face, and it's like just we're being laughed at for it, and it's crazy. Um, Todd Blanche is just the acting AG. I don't know if he's going to stick around. I have a pretty good feeling they're going to replace him with a permanent someone else. I don't know who yet, but I really hope something happens with all this. You have Thomas Massey already came out saying, Todd Blanche has 30 days to comply or, face legal charges and all that. I mean, as I've said, I agree with Massey when it comes to Epstein, everything else. He's just a cuck. I can't do it. Uh, I get people in my real life, acting like I'm wrong for hating on Massey, but his words sound nice. He never does anything about anything. We've been hearing he's going to drop names for how long, and the 6 names he dropped, I mean, 3 of them went nowhere. They're just names in the files. I think I've given you more names and more receipts than Thomas Massey has, and I'm not a politician. I don't have nearly as much pull to see what we're not allowed to see. He can see things that are still redacted to us. And if you're gonna do something, Thomas Massey, do it. But stop talking. Stop just talking and get on CNN, man. Like, you're a waste of a politician. Like you just are. As I've said, his words sound good, but he always lets me down. If you like Thomas Massey, give it time, he'll let you down too, I promise. I just wish something was done about this, all around. Um, Now Todd Blanche does want to keep cracking down on, as I've said, immigration, other frauds, other sex traffickers, other things like that. But I really wish we were paying more attention to these files. I wish people were pushing stuff out. I think a lot of this is just the witch hunts and the misinformation. People see a meme and they push it and believe it, and it's like you can look for yourself. There's, I've given portal names where you can go and it'll help you find things if you want in the Epstein files. I don't know, uh, just the propaganda being pushed, and it's just a slap in the face to us. It's a slap in the face to us. The corruption, the lies, the BS. I don't know where it's coming from. It doesn't matter whose hands it's in. The Epstein files are just at a stalemate, and I really hope it doesn't just stay that way. I hope there's a break in this somewhere. I hope something happens. I hope arrests start happening. I hope mass arrests start happening. Um, as I've said before, not just in the sex trafficking, but all around. I mean, you can get people for corruption. They're politicians rubbing elbows that shouldn't have been, talking about things they shouldn't have been talking about. Um, just insane. It's just insanity how it's just going on, and uh, it's like the elite club we're not allowed to be a part of. And these pieces of crap run the world, and they do what they want, and they laugh in our face, and something needs to change, in my opinion, man. I hope you guys feel the same way. Uh, Maybe we can get some petitions going, some protests, as I've said. Something needs to be done. I mean, it's not going to just happen without the American people pushing it. But pushing false narratives and BS stories isn't going to go anywhere either. It's just going to help kill the momentum that's been going on. Every time I feel like we're going somewhere with the Epstein case, it just stops or goes backwards or disappoints me. And I hope Todd Blanche does a little more while he's there, or whoever the permanent AG is after him. I really hope they take this a little more seriously, for the American people, for the American people, for the victims, for just ending this corruption that is in front of our faces. It's insane. But moving on from this, uh, little positive note, ICE, they detained a terrorist over the weekend too, which is pretty awesome in my opinion. This is Salas Sazor. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that name, but I don't really care. Now he came here in the 90s, allegedly lied on his immigration papers. Uh, he is a known terrorist. The left will say what they want about him not being a criminal here. I think lying on your immigration papers is enough to be a criminal here, but other than that, he is a known terrorist. He has links to to Hamas since the 90s through now. Um, he runs his own Islamic mosque in Wisconsin, so he's got some followers going on. They all fully hate on Israel. They fully support Hamas. It's free Palestine. Uh, I think that's where you lose me with the free Palestine. I think I feel bad for the Palestinian people. I do, but when you're linked to terror organizations, you tend to lose me. Now, this man, as I've said, he's a known terrorist. He was detained, arrested, all that. He was throwing Molotov cocktails at Israeli troops' houses. Got busted for that. Um, funding Hamas, supporting Hamas, all that. It's just insane. It's insane that these people are here in our country. They come here. I say it all the time. You run away from uh, a trash can of a country and you come to our country where you're free to say and do what you want, and you try and keep those same values. It just doesn't work, in my opinion. Islam in general just doesn't work with the West. It's just not. It doesn't work with Christianity. It doesn't work with democracy. It just doesn't work. Especially guys like this. I mean, he's been flying under the radar for a while. They finally picked him up, and he's being deported. Uh, I think it's a great thing. I really, I don't say this enough. I appreciate what ICE does out there. They get a lot of crap, but thank your local ICE agent if you see them. Getting people like this out of our country. I think it's wonderful. I know a lot of people don't care about Israel and they think Israel's bad and all that. And I'm not here to defend anyone. I got my own gripes with Israel on different things. As I've said, I don't like that we give them money. I don't like that they give us money. I don't like the trading of all that. Um, I definitely don't support dying for another country, going and sending troops to die for Israel. But as I've said before, Iran is a mutual threat. I just don't think we're doing this for Israel. Um, but again, I'm not here to defend Israel. I just think overall, Islam is a bigger threat to not just America, but the world. I mean, it's just name me one Islamic country that has done anything, gone to space, created art, created music, anything. I'm pretty sure most places that are Islamic, it's still illegal to dance. It's illegal to listen to music. It just doesn't work. I don't like it. I think, we do need to root things like this out. Uh, you know, the administration is getting crap saying they're targeting people. If you're getting rid of terrorists, I don't care how you're doing it. I have nothing to hide. Stop me in the street. I'll show you my ID. I'll show you whatever. I, I don't see anything wrong with the targeting. We have a conflict with these people. They consider us the big devil. They hate us. They hate the West. They hate what we do. I don't think we should be allowing people like this in our country. I mean, you say moderate Islam, that's fine, but once Islam gets a little bit of a majority going, they destroy everything that's around them. Their countries are stuck in the Stone Age. On top of that, women have no rights. Rape is a form of punishment. If your hair falls out of your hijab, you get fined, you get thrown in jail, you can get killed. It's just crazy to me that anyone supports this. It's crazy that anyone's lying to you and saying this is some religion of peace, or try and thumb through the Quran. I've never read the whole Quran, but I've definitely thumbed through pages. There's no peace in there. It's oppression. It's disgusting. I'm fine with this. I think it's all right that we're targeting people like this. Not just this, but former IRGC leader Soleimani. He had a niece and a grandniece living here in LA. Uh, they came here a few years ago looking for asylum. They're afraid to go home, but there's been reports that I think it was about 4 times since they've been here. They've gone back and forth. I don't think you're that afraid. Um, Again, they just got their green cards revoked. Rubio is sending them back to Iran. Uh, they've been sitting here celebrating American troops being shot at. They fully support the IRGC regime. As you can see by how this lady is dressed, yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it, but I'm an American. Over there, I she'd be beheaded. It's pretty crazy to me. They call when your hair falls out, or if you're not up to dress code, they call it a corruption of earth law. There's a lot of corruption going on with this young lady's outfit here. I just think it's insane. I think it's insane. You can sit there and support other women being oppressed and beaten and act like it's a great regime, but you came here on an asylum, because you're terrified to go home. You dress like this, but you support other women being oppressed. It's crazy. It's a double standard, and again, it's this is Islam. It's just not good. I'm fully okay with this too. I feel bad. I'm interested to see what happens when she goes home. Uh, is she going to get punished like everyone else, like the common people out there? If she does, how's the West here going to feel? Are they going to blame the administration for her being punished when she goes home if she gets punished, or are they going to blame, the Islamic Republic finally, like they should be? uh, you can't have freedom like this here and support oppression other places. It's insane. And to sit here and say it's not our country, not our problem is insane. It's insane. We can't allow things like this to go on. Um, I just can't. Islam is a parasite. I don't care how you feel about me for saying that. It's insane. It doesn't mix with Christianity. It doesn't mix with being American. It doesn't mix with democracy. You can't have it both ways. You can't sit here and dress like a stripper and support, uh, you know, other women in your country of origin having to walk around looking like the Grim Reaper. It's insane to me. You can't support hate for America while you're living here, uh, with our protection, and then support the atrocities going on where you ran away from. Then why'd you run away? Well, you're getting deported now, and I'm interested to see how things go from here. Uh, pretty wild case. Pretty wild weekend. A lot's going on. It's just crazy. On top of this, coming off of this onto Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz, he's only been part of the administration for a short period of time, and he's been doing great busting frauds. Uh, Out in California, the hospice fraud, upwards of $3.5 billion in fake Medicare claims. So far, I believe 8 people have been arrested. Hundreds have had their licenses revoked. As of March of this year, 280 hospice licenses have been revoked, and about 300 are still under investigation. I think Dr. Oz is doing a great job. Again, they're being accused of targeting. What if targeting gets you this many arrests? I'm all for targeting. You're not convincing me with that argument when you see these numbers going on. I think this is wonderful. Uh, Overall, I'm not here to fucking wash Trump's balls or anything. I definitely have things I don't like that he does, but overall, man, he's doing a pretty great job this term. Getting rid of the fraud, getting rid of the corruption, going after Iran. I fully support a lot of this. I do. Our partnership with Israel, when it comes to this kind of thing, I'm cool with it. If it when new things pop up, I'll take it as they come. But right now, I'm okay. I find it hard to believe they're controlling us. They're just not. I mean, we're America. We're using them a- as an alliance for the Middle East. They're our hand in the Middle East. They do our dirty work for us when we need them to. And as I've said, this is a mutual thing over there, going after Iran. And yeah, I think overall, this is a great administration. I'm looking forward to the next 3 years. Uh, I think at the end of Trump's term, we're going to be a lot better off, and a lot of the critics are not going to have much to say. When our oil prices are down, when we're making money off our tariffs, when frauds at a low, getting rid of the fraud in our elections. I just all overall, I'm really happy that we got Trump instead of Harris. Uh, I wake up every day terrified what the world would have been like if Harris was our president right now. We'd be fucked, in my opinion. But let me know what you think in the comments down there. If you like things I talk about on here in America, give my channel a like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Rumble. It's where I like to be. YouTube's trash. I'll say it till they pull me. But I'll see you later, America.